Thank you for hosting us today, and thank you all for being here. So I'm Hans LARGUECH, and I will be presenting Regenerate on behalf of my team. So Larvik is a small town located in the south of Norway by the Faroes Lake. It's characterized by a steep topography, as we can see it in the picture, and a harbor that's really exposed to the sea. The problem here is that these geographic problems added to infrastructure problems like really imposing railway and a road that crossed the city and cuts it in two parts, the city center that's on top of the mountain and the harbor that is by the sea. To answer this problematic, create a connection between the top of the mountain and the harbor while creating public spaces and also a library, that is something that was asked from us. We came with this idea of regenerate. Regenerate something that already exists, that's here, that's good, and trying to do a minimal intervention and make the most out of it. This by creating the lacking connection, occupying existing buildings, enhancing an ecological value, and trying to promote a new way of life by education and culture. So on the scale of the site, we tried to make a pedestrian network. The main axis would go from the top of the mountain to the harbor. The second one will go along the harbor, and the third one, we thought, could go along the railway, but now we know that the railway is not going to move. So here we can see it, the two connections. And so the first part of the project is the waterfront. As we can see in this picture, there is a parking lot that has been built on the ancient port of Larvik. We wanted to revalorize that existing port and seal the ground and get it back and get back this beautiful port we had and introduce new activities. We wanted to do that by using the concrete resulting from the demolished parking lot and making it into water blocks that can foster biodiversity, but also help us create a new landscape by the sea. So we can assemble these water blocks into new typologies of public places. It can be a public theater, a swimming pool, or just a coastal protection that fosters biodiversity and can serve for experiments. And that will help us create a whole new landscape that goes in all the harbor, where we have picnic areas, promenades, and also the famous public library. On the top of the mountain, the task was to create this connection they asked us for, but without ruining this view that we found beautiful. And in order to do that, we created a bridge that on an urban level connects the top of the mountain to the sea, and an architectural one connects different parts of the library. We tried to make this bridge as low and thin as possible, as discrete as possible, and increase the volume of this mountain, because we saw in ancient photos it actually was higher than today, and then it was excavated. So we wanted to find again its ancient shape. We think it's possible because there is an old landfill in the mountain today, and we thought that we can use that to make a structure and find a cavity that can work along with existing bunkers in this mountain and can foster a part of the library that is a sort of media exhibition center and also panoramic reading rooms. We studied the feasibility of the bridge, so it can bridge this really large area while being really thin and discreet. And now for the library, the main part of it would be in an existing building by the harbor. We think of it more of a cultural territory that can attract the inhabitants of Larvik and also the small towns nearby, where they can find a different range of activity as a city theater, a conference hall, or maybe even a creative center or a co-working space. Our strategy for this building was really to use the maximum of the existing structures and try to reuse the materials we found in them and just build a small portion that we really need for the program and build it and shape it with the natural stone of Larvik. We also studying the acoustics of this place because it's located near this busy roadway and the railway, so we would be closed near the roadway and really open toward the sea. And inside we just try to do adjustable spaces that can evolve in town and in time and foster different range of activities. To conclude, what we want for tomorrow in Larvik is to move from this post-industrial city to a resilient cultural destination where people can really walk from the city center to the seaside and where children can play barefoot by the sea. Thank you.